Somebody rushed it home trying to make it.
Here we go.
We
All
on
right.
time. We're on time.
All right. Here we go.
If
I can
anything
still hear
happens,
you.
we'll go live on our
Mm.
regular phones. If
No.
anything happens again, we'll go live on our regular
Let
phones.
me.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Wait, are we live? Go live. All right,
Go
we're
live.
going live. All right.
All right.
Welcome back. Just so y'all know, we were on time.
We were on time.
So
Wait,
is
are we on live?
yes, we are. So is
Yes.
Trinessa. Trinessa was
He
on
was
time.
on time.
It's just that sometimes
Sometimes
the devil.
the devil. I don't even say the devil. I said nothing happens to you. What happens for you?
Come on, somebody.
So for that person
Amen.
who's just in, that
Amen.
means this stuff happened for you to see this message.
That's right.
So if you was driving home and you like, man, I'm gonna miss it starting at 8:00, you did it. You did it because God came through the technology and said we have to start at 8:30 to make it to make the message for you.
Come
So
on,
that's what
somebody.
happened.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Nothing happens
Yeah.
to you. It happens for you. All right.
Am I going to record this? Yes,
Yeah.
we're going to record this, guys.
Oh,
we
we record all of them.
we record all of them.
If you're in the Facebook group, you see all of it.
Yeah, you got to jump in the Facebook group, guys.
All right. So
Let's just jump right into this because we don't want to play around. Real quick, we're Sean and Michelle Clark.
yes,
We're the owners of Double Dutch Aerobics.
Yes.
However, we are hosting the Jumpin' Juice 10,000,
yes,
where it's a 10-day juice cleanse with 10,000 people
yes.
doing a juice cleanse at the same darn time. That might be a record. That might be a record.
It might be.
All right, but we're gonna do this thing.
All right,
So look, listen, we're gonna introduce our guest. Her name is Trinessa. Trinessa did 165 days.
Say that one more time. 165 days of juicing.
Now I said this before, but it got cut off. Some of us on day 8. Some of us on day 8 and they're like, oh my God.
Oh, I can't.
Oh my God. But you can.
You can.
You obviously
can.
All right.
All right.
So
Trinessa, tell us your story. How did you get
welcome.
into juicing? Welcome.
And welcome.
It's first of all, thank you for having me. It is actually when I first saw you guys, I reached out because I was so proud of you. The fact that people that look like me, my color, me,
That's right,
are actually going to the next level. So congratulations again, and thank you for having me. Oh my gosh, my story. Thank you. Listen, the message that we share is common. Each one teach one.
That's right.
If you know better, you do better. So you get to share that light. So my story, oh gosh, my story was in 2020. In 2020, I think it was like March or April, I started having the worst pain in my stomach. Let me pull the paper. I should have gotten a towel. Actually, a blanket. I had the worst pain in my stomach. And just imagine this is what I was feeling all day. Just this knot, just going opposite directions all day. Whether I laid down, whether I sat up, the whole just this. And I couldn't figure out what it is. I sat on it for a month. And then I said, I got to go to the doctor. COVID, we had just entered in COVID. And I said, this is going to kill me. If this doesn't kill me, either COVID will or this. I went to the doctor, and the GI doctor said to me, we're going to do a colonoscopy. And I'm like, oh my God. I've never, here I am. I think it was like 41, something like that. Here I am going in to do a colonoscopy during COVID. Oh my gosh, the experience was great, but we went in, he went actually through both front, whatever. At the end of it, he said all was well. Everything was well. They did a colonoscopy simply because my father had cancer, so they wanted to check. And they did an endoscopy. The endoscopy was to check the gut and everything in the stomach. He said everything is good. He said, we'll meet in your office. We went to the office, sat down, spoke to him. He said, well, I'll see you in 5 years. And he said, but here's a purple pill. I'm going to write you a prescription, and I need you to take every day. So here I am like, okay, I have to take this pill every day on an empty stomach before I can put anything else in my stomach to start the day. And that alone was just it. I have always been inquisitive in terms of health and wellness. Grew up in the Bahamas, My grandmother used to give me bush medicine all the time. Sorrow
Right.
seed, catnip, never really got sick. I ate all the fruits of the tree, everything. So I was always into it. So I told him, I said, but why do I have to take it? He said, it'll coat your stomach so that you can eat your food. Now, here's the thing. In our society, we put bandages on our problems. So
Right.
that pill was a Band-Aid for the problem. So if I continue to cover up the problem, I'm going to continue to have the problem. So in COVID 2020.
Let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
He said nothing was wrong, right? All was well, and he was giving you a pill?
He said, yes, the pill was to just coat my stomach. So in the morning, I'll take it and it'll coat it so that if I go ahead and eat anything throughout the day or drink anything, it'll help to break it down.
What's the name of the pill? What's the name of the pill?
Omeprazole.
Okay.
Omeprazole. Yeah.
Wow.
So I got the prescription fill, never took it. I lied. Maybe I took one. I lied. I took one. And that was it. So now I'm going to go back a little. Years ago, I saw a movie, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. I have been inspired since.
Everybody. What a movie. What a movie.
When I saw it, like years ago, I was overweight. And I was just like, I'm about to lose this weight, because I went to Target and this lady at the register at Target, she said, how far are you? My baby was 2 years old. And she said, how far are you? Because she saw my stomach. So I went home that night and I researched, and I saw, I was trying to figure out how to lose weight, how to drop stomach fat. And I saw Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Found it that night, watched it that night, not once, twice. The next morning, went to Target, bought a $50 juicer, and I juiced for 40 days. And I juiced off like 30 pounds in 40 days. I was just like, oh, it can work for him. And he didn't have a baby, and I had 3. It could work for me. And it did. So that was the spark of coming back to 2020, because I already knew that, juicing can work. I already knew that it can heal the body, but you have to really want it. It's not going to work if you just play. You have to go in all the way fully. So in 2020, once the doctor gave me the medication, and in addition to the stomach, I was already hypertensive. I was having tingling in my hands and my feet, burning sensation in hands and feet, edema, all that. This is 2020. And that diagnosis with all the other diagnoses, I said, enough is enough. I said, I have 3 kids. I have to go ahead and do something different. So I went on Amazon, got me a Cerigo juicer. I have 4 of them. I've juiced for 5 months, and in 5 months, I've had to replace that juicer 4 times. So I got whatever was affordable, what I could afford. I got what was available, and I did it because my health depended upon it. I told the GI, I said, I'm going to go on a juice fast. He said, no, you don't need to do it. I said, but I want to. He said, but you don't need to do it. I said, well, I will. So the same doctor that referred me, I told her I would be. And she said, oh, let me know how it goes. So I set out for 10 days. 10 days. And at the beginning, I was battling back and forth. God was like, go on Instagram, go on Facebook, and share your journey. And I was like, no, God, I look like a hot mess. Like, no, there's no way. And when I tell you I listened. I showed up on day 1, and I said, this is day 1. I went to a park because the same place I began the fast at, I ended the fast there. So I went to a park, and I said, this is day 1. I'm doing this for 10 days. In 10 days, well, let me say, the first few days, yes, it's always the hardest days. But when you get
that's what we tell them. It's always the hardest days.
Yes, it's over. I mean, of course, I was cooking for my family, and here I am day 1. Here I am day 2. And many times I wanted to taste the gravy. I mean, I was just eating with my eyeballs. but I stayed true to it. I did 10 days. I started throwing everything in the juicer. I figured out what was good, what was bad. And what I did most importantly is I knew that I had digestive gut issues. So I actually started researching what fruits or vegetables would actually aid in it. And then I ran into purple cabbage. Purple cabbage is great for gut healing. And what I did, I flooded, yes, purple cabbage. I flooded my body with purple cabbage. First of all, I was like, how am I going to make this taste good? So to be on a fast that long, I had to figure out, I had to play with it. I'm like, I know I need purple cabbage, so I need to make this taste good. So to be honest with you, I started putting apples and pineapple in everything, and I drank it. Literally.
And everything.
That's us.
Everything.
That's exactly what we do. Pineapples and apples are in everything.
Pineapple right here.
Everything. That's
you will not get me to drink the juice. I mean, I've had some juices without pineapples, and it's been okay, but other juices. But the thing is, when you want to heal, you're gonna make that thing taste good, because you're gonna say, you're like, this is life or death. I'm gonna figure this out.
Right.
So I just researched, and I started researching more. I have tons of health books that I've invested in from herbalists, years of it. And I just started putting it to use. I went online, I just started researching. So I went on to day 10, then day 20. And then I was like, oh, but here's what I want to say. 2 weeks into juicing, I woke up one morning and I realized this was no longer there. So the stomach, in 2 weeks, and the reason why I noticed is because I woke up and I was thinking, I was like, I feel really good. And then I thought, I don't feel this thing anymore. Gone. And again, it was making a commitment to my commitment, knowing that if I put myself in the right environment, my body, it will heal. It had to heal. There's no way you're going to tell me, if I'm flooding my body with all of this fruit, vegetable nutrition, it has to heal. So I just kept going. And weeks after that, the tingling, like a week or two, the tingling, all of that was gone. It wasn't there all the time, but I would feel it. But I realized that my body was detoxing. I was giving my digestive system rest. I literally started studying and focusing, like, what is fasting? What does it do to the body, the organs, all that stuff? I went into day 40, and people thought I was having a midlife crisis. Again, we got family members that look like us,
Right.
I'm trying to say it without saying it. They thought I was crazy.
That's
and
right.
The longer I went, the more people started watching, and people started reaching out to me I would have messages in Spanish. I would have people from Norway, from Africa, just saying, oh my gosh, I needed this. I just kept going. That inspired me so much more, because I really did not realize, like, people are sick, and we have the information literally at our fingertips, and we cannot be lazy. We cannot allow someone to tell us that this is your diagnosis and you're going to be like this until you die. I am a medical coder, and let me tell you, my books just basically say that if you're on this medication, so if you're taking pills as a diabetic for high blood pressure and other things, you will get that pill every month, pretty much until you die, or until you wisen up and decide that, you know what, I don't want to live like this. Right. You're on it forever. And people need to understand that you have the ability. Become your own health advocate. Start researching. Yes. Don't just let somebody tell you that this is going to be it. No. Are you eating foods that make you sick? Don't sit and complain. The foods that made me sick, I wanted to keep eating them. I'm an island girl. I wanted the macaroni and potato salad and the peas and rice. I didn't want the healthy ones. I wanted food that was like finger licking delicious. And I realized that those were the foods that were making me sick, and I had to detach. And I told people on the fast, food is going to be there when I come off of the fast.
That's what we tell everybody.
That's exactly.
We're on day 8 with people, and they're like, "Oh no, I need to chew," and I'm like, "Don't make things not real. You don't.
You don't.
It's a lie. It's a lie. You're not the fact that it's a lie."
You're not missing anything at all. So I kept going. I realized that, oh my gosh, I started liking how I was feeling. Everybody kept asking, how do you feel? Like a bird. That's all I can say, like a bird.
Yeah,
I'm like free. I felt like
it's
a bird. I
free.
felt like I could fly. Yeah, my stomach was empty. I was getting enough, and everyone's like, oh no. By day 80, people were reaching out because they wanted in. And I kept telling
Right.
them, you have to want this. This is not, this is all of this. This is like mental strength. Because
It
this,
is.
this, I've done fast before where I was completely on a fast and you see me go to the kitchen, open the refrigerator, and next thing you know, I'm chewing something. And I'm just like, oh crap. This is what will help you get through on a fast. So, all right, let me go back to the story. So, as the days went by, I realized it was months, weeks, months, and then I was 3 months in. I went back to the doctor that brought me to the GI, and she completely could not understand what happened. All my numbers were high, everything was high. Before I started the fast, I went back. She checked, like she touched. She said she couldn't. She didn't believe it was the same person, and she said, "Whatever you're doing," she said, "whatever you're doing, continue to do it." This is a medical doctor, and she admitted. She said, "I don't know. I've never been taught this. I don't know it," and I just kept journaling. And she started telling me about her health problems, and I'm sitting there like, "No, no, no. This is
Are
too
you
much."
serious?
That's when you know that what you're doing is impactful, So she said, keep going.
Wait a minute. The patient turns into the doctor. Whoa.
I love that she was open to
Yeah.
share that. With you. I
Yeah,
love that. Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. She was very, very, very thorough, very nice, and she understood that, hey, I didn't want to take any medication, and I was all about plants. So 4 months in, that was 3 months. 4 months in, I went to the beach, and beautiful day in South Florida, in the ocean, just standing there. I don't swim. Island girl, don't know how to swim. Yeah, and I got, I was bitten by a jellyfish. And I promise you, I stood in the water for a moment, like, what was that? And I ran to the lifeguard, and they said, you just got bit. And all I could think about was, oh my gosh, I need to take medication. Oh my gosh, my juice fast. And I just knew that I was on a long-term juice fast. So I went back to the doctor's office, and another doctor saw me. She was older. And I said, ma'am, I'm on a juice fast. I'm on this day. And I said, but I don't want to go ahead and take medication. So my office visit, which should have been like 12 to 15 minutes, it was almost 45 minutes to an hour because she started bringing out the books, like medical books. And she was on her phone. She was researching if I was able to take antibiotic on a juice fast. And about 45 minutes to an hour.
Oh, that was
So
nice.
talking, yes, much older in her 60s and talking back and forth. She said, you can take it. It should be okay. And in the midst of all of that, all I was worrying about is I didn't want to stop this fast. I felt good. Like,
Right,
why am I stopping?
right.
So I've taken, I think, the 10 days of the antibiotics. Everything was fine. And what I want to say is also, she started telling me about her problems. She said, I have a juicer. It's very old. I said, take it out. I don't know if it's going to work. Take it out. And she started telling me that she needs to lose weight. And just to know that, like, this is something that many people. So, so when I left the office, she asked me how long I was going for. I said, ma'am, I don't know, but I'm going to take it one day at a time. So I
Right.
wow, this is 4 months in. What I want to say, and I forgot to say, is the entire time I went to boot camp here in Fort Lauderdale. It's iCam Fitness. I love that place. I worked out the entire time.
Tell
Speak
them.
on it.
Know
Oh
your
my
body. Know
Tell
your
'em.
body.
Yes.
Know what you can do. If you're already working out, continue. Your body already knows. And again, you're not starving your body. You're giving your body all these nutrients. I
Yes.
tell people, you probably can't eat all of this in a matter of a day, but you will drink it.
Yes.
So So,
Yes.
so I tell people I'm getting more nutrients than you. They're talking about all the protein. I'm getting everything. So I've worked out the entire time. I would do cardio running with my bottle of water. So I'm running 3 miles with my bottle of water. I come back and it's full, but I always kept it because just in case, I was like, just in case. But I never had a just in case moment because my body fully adjusted to fasting and my body started to thrive. I got faster. I got thinner. I mean, everything, mental clarity, just
Yeah.
out of the fog. So,
No, we're in.
so
You're saying
We could just
everything.
sit here and let you talk
You're
because
literally
this is
saying everything.
this is exactly what we say to everyone.
It's
Mental clarity.
mental clarity.
yeah,
You can still
yeah,
work out. I
yeah,
mean, like
yeah.
all of those things.
All of those things,
hmm
and you
You want
feel
to?
good.
I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that. If you want to feel good, you got to push through this right here. You got control of it.
Yes.
You control it. Honestly, I mean, many days on a fast, I want to go eat. This thing is like, girl, go, just go. They ain't gonna know, just go. But you got to push through. I kept going. I kept going. I kept working out. And when I got to my birthday, which was December 12th, I was about 150 days in. And people are like, "Are you going to stop for your birthday?" So I said, "Why am I going to stop to eat the cake? The cake is what made me sick. So why am I going to stop to
You better
so,
tell them. You better tell
so,
them. That's
so,
right. That's right.
yeah. I mean, you're healing. How many times do we go ahead and when the car is broken, we're always taking it to the mechanic? What about our body? We just keep
What
popping
about our
pills. Like, can we just take a moment and give it time to heal? That's it. So for
Right.
my birthday, I decided that I would call 3 juice bars up, and I went to each of them and interviewed them on my birthday. And that was I drank juice for my birthday, and it was
Oh,
beautiful sharing to others that there are juice bars in your neighborhood. If you do not want to juice for yourself, go support a small business,
yes.
but do it. Yeah, so that's what I did for the birthday. And I just kept going. So at one point I looked at myself, I was like, oh my God, I don't know. I just don't know. I was just taking it literally one day and one day.
Right.
And
Right.
I got to 160, day 160, and I said, well, I mean, I'm almost like withered away, and I feel great. I still could have kept going because after a certain point, after about maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks, you're not thinking about food. You feel so great.
It's your norm.
Yeah.
You're on a
It just becomes
high.
a routine. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not. It's like you're on a high, and you like this feeling, and you like the feeling that you get in your body from like here straight, like you're controlling it. So about 160, I said, well, I think I'm gonna just go, but one by one. It was 162. I was just counting down. And at 165, I just said, okay, this was it. Who else inspired me? I think she's Love Juice Guru or something like that. And I noticed that she had went to 150. I said, maybe I can go just a little bit. She inspired me so much because I said, well, if she can do 150, so maybe I can
Right.
just go a little bit over, without trying to push it. And when I got to 165, I just said, this is it. And in that time period, I was able to heal everything that I needed to because I allowed my body to do what it needed to do, my digestive system to rest. I allowed myself to flood my body with nutrients, flush whatever it needed to do. I mentally tapped in. You could have put
Right.
anything in front of me. What I will tell you is I was invited to 2 birthday parties. And
Yep. Of
I
course.
sat there. I
Like
sat
5
there.
months.
I brought my juice out. And I'm sitting
That's
there.
right.
They're like, "Oh, she's juicing." Yeah, she's juicing. So I just kept like everywhere I went. You saw this bottle at boot camp. They would like laugh at me and I loved it because they pushed me so hard. They were just like, "Oh, she's on day 999," and everybody saw. Everybody, every, and but it was funny because now they would tell people, hey, oh, maybe you need to try what she's doing. But
Yes.
Right. That's what starts happening.
That's what starts
Yes.
happening.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
but the thing is, it was just to let people know that it can happen. It can happen, but you have to want it to happen. You know,
Yes.
fasting. I will tell people incorporate a juice into your diet every day. Hey, that's great.
Yes,
That's great. That's a start. That's a start. But if you're
it
trying to
is.
heal, if you got something going on and you give yourself a break and say, I'm showing up for me because nobody else will. Nobody else
Right.
will. Put the time in, do the work, take it one day at a time. If you can make it to the end of this day, I tell my clients, go to the next day. When you get to the
Yes.
end of that day, close your eyes and go to sleep. Do not go to the kitchen. Close your eyes and go to sleep.
Go to
You
sleep.
know,
Yep.
you already know. Be prepared for the next day because
That's
you
right.
owe you. You owe you, and you paying yourself back. Like you owe yourself to be healthy. You owe
And what
yourself
you
to feel great.
what you said was so monumental because it's our perspective on food. So instead of looking at mac and cheese like, oh, that's delicious, we have to look at it as, oh, that's sickness. That's what caused me to be in this pain. We have to connect the two. It's the same thing with meat. We have to, our view on it has to change because it is what made us sick. I suffer from infertility. I have to look at the mac and cheese and the chicken and the beef and be like, that's what caused my miscarriages.
Yeah,
Like I can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you connect, you understand when you connect it, it changes your perspective on what the food is doing.
Right.
The problem is you lose the disconnect. I'm here. I've lost the disconnect before, but I have to remind myself what the food actually does to me.
Yeah. The thing, we're actually born with the disconnect. We're born and then we're taught to have the disconnect.
To have the disconnect.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we've been doing one thing one way for so many years.
Yes.
It's just hard to make that connection because there's a lot of undoing that you have to do.
Yeah. And you know what?
Yeah.
His monumental is when we were doing the 60 day, he's like cancer, all of the illnesses is food poisoning. It's just slow poisoning. It just it shows in different ways, but that's what it is.
Yep.
Illnesses are poison. And that's why when you fast, you literally get rid of the poison from your body.
You get out of the
You're
way.
starving it.
You're out of the way.
Starving it. You're starving it. You're not giving it what it needs.
Exactly.
To thrive.
I feel like I have so many questions because you did 165 days, and I know what 60 days is like. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Right,
Instead of a barn crawl, she did a juice crawl.
Right. So what did you learn about yourself?
Yes.
Because I feel like I learned a lot about doing juice cleanses.
Yeah.
Like the reasons why I eat, you know. What did you learn?
Oh my gosh. I learned that, first of all, I learned how powerful I was in here as long as I connected. This is what holds us back. I learned that because I was able to control this so that I wouldn't just put stuff in my mouth. I learned that I was able to heal as long as this was being controlled. So I never knew that I was strong enough to go that long. However, because I trusted myself and I learned that I was going to be okay.
You better say it.
It just helped me to move smoothly through my fast. Secondly, I learned that in a fast, the longer you go, the more healing takes place. The more time that you allow for your body to heal.
Come on.
The more time you do. I thought maybe 30 would be fine, and I felt great. But I learned that the longer I went, I actually started writing and journaling, and I have tons of videos along the way. I learned that the longer you go, your body can truly do some healing, detoxify all the years that we beat up on our bodies by putting all this gunk in it. The longer I went, I learned that I was able to heal. I also learned that juice fasting gets into your emotions. You have to
It does.
something.
Yes. Yes.
And we
yes.
say that only because people want to compare. Like, we had someone who did the keto diet before and they lost weight.
Yes.
But it's more than that. Juicing is more than that.
Yes.
It gets into
It's more.
It's self-reflective.
It's more.
Self-reflective.
It's like
Yeah.
it's
You start going back.
Yes.
You know what it is?
You
It's
start
almost
going back.
yes, because when you're juicing, your mind gets clearer, and then you start remembering more things. Like just something very simple. My wife and I, we were in New York, and we wanted to go to this vegan restaurant. We haven't been there in like 10 years. We went there like maybe once, and Michelle was like, "What's the name of it?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then it just popped in my head.
I said, "Babe."
It was literally impossible for me to remember it. It was literally impossible. But the clarity, it just like opens your mind.
Yeah.
And so and that also happens with your emotions and things that might have that might have happened in the past. Things that you want to do in the future. You just have all of those things spinning in your head. It's just I love it.
So you learned that juicing also cleanses your emotions. So what else did you learn? Or what happened to make you know that? Like what was that like? Oh my God, emotions? Like were you crying moments of letting go? Like what happened?
There are moments that it brings you back to when you're fighting yourself, when you're in this place that you're fasting, you're going to have different emotions because some days you're gonna want food. And an emotion is gonna come. Maybe you may feel like, for instance, my grandmother and dad are gone. Some days I may feel a little like I want some comfort food. I have to sit with that. I have to sit with that and understand that the reason why I want the food is because I'm feeling this way. So you have to start tackling those emotions. Maybe some things in the past that I went through. I think healing, the mental, you heal in the mind. And as you're on this journey, you start like sitting, because your mind is so clear, you have recollection of things that occurred and you start addressing it, all of those things. Juicing, it's life-changing. It's a lot more detailed than you and I would understand because everybody has a different view of it when they do it. You have to address you. You're your biggest emotion, your biggest this, that, everything. You have to sit with you. You have to start. You're talking in here. You're, things that's going on in your life. You realize that, like, I'm not eating, so I have to figure this stuff out. So that's what I'm saying. Like you're addressing your emotions as they come, because the one thing that we normally turn to, you can't do that. You have to address it.
Right. You got to face it. You don't have a choice.
And sometimes people quit at that moment.
Yes.
And what I want to let people know is two things. You quit here first.
That's right.
I just don't want people to blame their bodies. I don't want people to blame their bodies because our bodies know how to fast. Like you said.
Yeah, it does.
Our body knows how to fast. The thing we have to get through, us included.
Yes.
The thing you have to get through the juice cleanse here.
That's it.
And even before you quit, even before you mess up, you decide in that moment where you're having temptation, if you're going to, before you actually take the bite, or before you actually eat, you have to make the decision here. And also, we always say, the best way to build confidence is to keep promises to yourself.
Yeah.
Make a commitment to your commitment.
Make a commitment to your commitment, and you can do hard things. And also, like you said, when healing is happening. Like it's just like when we talk to Sarah. I want y'all to know that this is. I want y'all to hear the repetitive themes.
I love Sarah.
I love
Sarah. Oh yeah.
I love Sarah. I interviewed her about a year ago. Her story was just remarkable.
Amazing.
Right.
Amazing. Blown away.
300.
Day 200, when she was getting close to the end, just like you guys were on day 8, sometimes when you see the light could look scary.
That's true.
And so you start going, you start putting the things in your head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what was it for you? Did you ever have a moment, and you seem like you didn't even go through that because you made a decision of when it was going to end for you.
I made a decision.
You made a decision.
I could have gone longer, but I started to get thinner and thinner. And even though I felt amazing, I just knew that I'm 5'9" and I'm 165, and I was just like, okay, I feel great.
Right.
But I don't want to push it. So I knew I felt comfortable. I felt comfortable. And because I felt comfortable at this point, my mind was like, it's time. So then I just, being on a long-term fast, you just can't all of a sudden just stop. You have to gradually, it's a phase that your digestive system has been resting. And all of a sudden, you just can't go ahead and put a whole meal in it. I promise you. Probably like, there's some things that's going to happen. It's not going to be good. But I had to gradually get off the fast. It took me about 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks, but gradually incorporate one thing at a time, each and every day. But I just made that decision that this was time, and that now I'm going to transition. And it will take time to get back to solids, but eventually I did.
And I want to say there's a difference between quitting and making a decision and listening to your. So there's a difference, because you know that healing happened.
Right.
Now, it's okay for your body to tell you to stop, but I want us to be able to decipher the difference.
Right.
Between making excuses for ourselves, you understand, making excuses for ourselves, and then knowing that it's time for the body to stop. Here's a key marker. If you're still sick, then
you got to keep going.
Maybe it's some more healing to do.
Yeah.
You understand?
Exactly.
The people, because you can make up the story. It's just like you say, what did she say your higher self tell you to do?
Right.
Not because you want to eat the thing and you just stop doing.
Because you want that chicken that you just want that Popeye's chicken that you just drove past.
But that's where your mind is coming in. Your mind's like, you better stop. You better stop. And your mind will say, but we hungry. You're not hungry. It's your mind playing tricks. Your mind knows you so well. It knows so well.
I always think you don't stay hungry because your body is full.
Yeah,
your body is full of nutrients.
It's getting all the nutrients that it needs.
Your body was hungry for nutrients when we were eating our bad diet.
Yeah.
But it's not hungry now. All the nutrients you feed on a juice cleanse, it's actually the opposite of hunger.
Yeah.
But also, how did you grow up? What was your diet like growing up?
Well, in the Bahamas, I was born in America, in Florida, and I was raised in Nassau, Bahamas, and was there for 17 years. So grandmother adopted me, and I grew up next to a farm. So I had ganaps, I had mangoes, soursop, sugar apples, oranges. I mean, I had everything. I had mommy supporters, everything, June plum, cocoa plum, anything you can think of. We had it. My grandmother was just this lady that if you gave her a seed, I promise you that seed's going to have like 10 or 15 trees. And she had all the acres. So that was every Sunday, every Saturday, every Sunday we would be at the farm. We called it the yard. Go to the yard. And we
go to the yard. We're from Brooklyn. We're from Brooklyn.
But that was a part of that. That was just something that we did on the weekends. But every day there was fruits and vegetables in my house. Now, growing up, we ate meat. Again, whatever she cooked. As an island girl, especially a Bahamian girl, whatever they put in front of you,
you better eat it.
Put it in your mouth.
You better eat it.
You better, and you're gonna eat all of it. I've eaten like.
You better not leave the table.
So whatever she cooked, it was basically, and I'm an Adventist, so we don't eat pork. There are certain things that we just don't eat as even Adventists. And so it was basically chicken, fish, or beef. And that's what I grew up eating. But I will tell you, I fell in love with it. I thought it was amazing. And when I even got married and had my kids, I thought, oh, this is good food. I'm cooking the good food for my family because, again, this is how I was raised,
Right.
So because I also used to go to the farm and get stuff, that fruits and all that, the vegetables, I already knew that this stuff was also even better for me. So I didn't have a say growing up. I just had to eat what was there. But I was grateful that we had an opportunity to have a variety of fruits and vegetables all the time.
Right.
And I don't even remember us buying anything. Like, well, I mean, she did that, but we had orange trees. I would say we don't have apple trees, but all of the fruits and vegetables came from the yard. And the funny thing is, my grandmother came to visit me several years ago.
Right.
She's long gone. And while she was here, she's like 87. She was like, "Oh my God, a hurricane's coming on my peas trees." This is how she was thinking about her plants. So even older, as she got older, she thought about the plants. So I knew that this stuff was going to help me, to heal me, even growing up. So I just went back to what I knew in terms of having like tons of fruits and vegetables and eating it.
So when you came to Florida, did you taste the difference in the food in the Bahamas?
I did. And even I did automatically. And even now I do.
I can see that. I can totally see that.
I don't know how to say this, but
you can say it. Say it. It's not the same.
Our food's not the same, and
they don't do the same things out here.
But about 2 years ago, on that fast, or 3 years ago, I was in the store like, I'm tired of buying the same pineapples and oranges, and I'm like, I want more.
Right.
Like I wanted to see more. Whenever I would see like sugar apple or soursop, I would just be so excited. You go into Publix, it's the same foolishness. You go into any store, it's the same crap. And the way, when you start really researching, again, health, healing, you start watching documentaries and understanding that the seeds, one seed, everybody has to have that seed. You realize that, oh my gosh, they're making us eat this way. The food, a lot of it is unhealthy. And I mean, we do the best we can with what we have. But when you go to the islands, I mean, I've heard of people talk about Jamaica, Haiti, Belize, that Costa Rica, the fruits and vegetables, everything tastes so sweet, so different.
How they're supposed to taste. I know how they're supposed to. Now, just a quick question. I want to go back to when you said you ended the cleanse. How did you end the cleanse after 165 days? Like, what was that transition? How did you eat? What did you eat on the first day, the first couple of days? Like, what?
What did it end up being?
Yeah. Okay. That's a great question, because many times people just stop and they're like, "Oh my God, juicing makes me fat." No, it didn't. It's because you have to end it a certain way. I hear all this stuff. Because they come off of a fast and then they start eating everything. Right. So you put on 10 pounds water weight initially, you are. And from then you have to go ahead and make a decision to have a healthier lifestyle. So my fast, the day I ended, I still drank juice all day. Even the next day I drank juice. But I just couldn't stop. But I got out my old blender and I started making smoothies. So banana and pineapple smoothie, that was my go-to, and I would add strawberries in. So I went from juice to smoothies to within a few days, I think maybe 2 to 3 days of just smoothies and juices. And I gradually, I did watermelon after that. Anything soft. Soft. Yeah. Remember, you're waking up your digestive system. So watermelon, I did melons, avocado? Like honeydew. No, I didn't do avocado.
No avocado,
right? Because fattening. I mean the fats. I stay just fruit and vegetable, nothing with fat, oils, any of that stuff. I went and got grapes. So grapes are soft and they're sweet. So I got grapes. Anything that was soft. I just got, it took me a while to start chewing like apples. I would do oranges. And here's the thing, when you're off of a fast, a long-term fast, your stomach has decreased within like the first few weeks of fasting. Yes. So you realize that when you get on a fast, you're like, you want to drink all this juice. You have to drink it, because if you don't drink it, you're going to end up eating. But the longer you go on a fast, you're realizing that you may only drink. I've had people that have only drank 2 or 3 of these a day. So
that's us.
Coming off of a fast, coming off of a fast, I realized that, okay, I wanted to eat everything I saw, and I know that I couldn't because my stomach got so much smaller that
Right.
if I had like this amount, a handful, it was enough. So every day I listened to my body and I started incorporating each and every day more and more. I didn't go back to solids, like I said, probably to the end of the second week, the third week. And I kind of didn't want to go back to it, honestly, because I was just having a great time on this journey. But it was just anything soft, anything soft. I didn't go into salads the first week. The second, like I said, the end of the second week, I just wasn't incorporating anything, any heat. I just tried to stay, okay, you're waking up your system. Let's go from juices to smoothies to fruits. You know, that's where I was going until I was comfortable to go to maybe the salad. But it takes time. Remember, you put your body through extensive detoxification, so it takes time to go back to eating foods. There's no rush, you know, it's still there. There's no rush, but you have to listen to your body. My body is different from your body, from someone else's body. So take the time before you go into anything hard. But each and every day, figure out if I'm doing this for 2 or 3 weeks, if this is how long it will be to transition back to food, but listen to your body. And
I mean, we always say, you know, after a juice cleanse, you start off eating what you were juicing.
Yes.
And for at least half the time you were actually doing the cleanse. So like we're doing a 10-day juice cleanse. For 5 days, you know, you continue to juice. You can have your smoothies, but then you can also, you know, eat the fruits and veggies that you were eating, that you were juicing.
And so after the 60th day, I had pink salt, not like far after, and it didn't affect me well. And I had like
pink salt.
Yes, it didn't do well with me. So I ended up using Celtic salt. I eventually went to I don't know if you say Celtic or Celtic, but that's like my new salt. After the 60 days, like I kept having something kept going wrong. It was mostly around my eyes.
Yes.
So I was having, and I haven't had that I don't know what was going on. I haven't had that reaction before, but I think it was something in the pink salt just wasn't sitting right with me, and that's okay. And then I started to figure out, you know, maybe I added it too early, or maybe, you know, I didn't properly.
I was going to tell you, too early. So, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could share this really quickly. I worked with someone from Instagram. I will share her name. I always talk about her. Her name is Tessa. Tessa reached out to me because I kept tagging myself, Juice Fast Day 1, Juice Fast Day 2. So if you go on Instagram for years ago, you'll see Juice Fast Day 100. And she said, oh my God, she looks like me. She's my color and she's doing this. And so I started working with her about a year ago or a year and a half ago. And I'm sharing it because of your salt story. So I started working with her and she said, I need to lose this weight. I need to lose this weight. And she was almost like 268, 270, something like that. She got down to working with me 120 some pounds. All right. 120 something pounds. She's doing amazing right now. I speak to her like all the time. I just messaged her before I got on. And she has been on 3 different fasts in, I think, a year or a year and a half. And one of them, I told her, you're coming off of the fast. Do not eat anything that has salt. Do not. And one of the fasts, she came off of it and immediately, well, it took a little minute, but she went straight to breads or with whatever with the salt. And she did not do well with it. And I told her, these are like some things that people need to understand. Remember, when you're juicing, you're not having the sugar, you're not having the salt, you're not having
exactly.
Your body. Now here you go. You're like just throwing it into your body. Your body is slowly, your digestive system is slowly waking up. It has to process it. You know, like now that you're coming out of this mode and you're throwing the salt, it's just like, no, like what's going on? So I tell people, wait a moment before you do it, because that time she experienced it, she was just like, I didn't like how it feels. And she came off of it again, did it the right way again. She did it the right way. And then this year she did one and came off of it. And like she said, oh my God, I can't believe I put salt. So it's really important to stay away from those, the salts, the oils, dairy, any of those things. Remember, your body is detoxified.
One away from them. Fast. Don't even.
You.
How much weight did you lose off after doing 165 days?
52 pounds. 52. Yeah, and I started at I originally, before I started, I was 220 something, 223, something like that, but 52 pounds. Yeah, 52, and that was what kept me going. I kept looking. I looked in the storage bins, and I saw all the clothes that were, you don't know, Sean, but Michelle knows this. Well, maybe you do, but Michelle knows this. We have clothes in the closet, in the back of the closet. We have clothes like folded up, like we gonna wear this one day.
Before mom clothes, yes.
I kept pulling those out, and I kept realizing, ooh, I'm wearing this. So that I kept tricking my mind. I kept doing anything that kept me sticking to my fast, motivated. I put it on. I was like, oh my gosh. I tell people, if there's that little black dress or that outfit, whatever you have, pull it from behind your closet. Take a picture of it. Put it where you can see it. Look at it every day.
Inspiration.
Wait, we went shopping in the Cleanse. We were shopping on the
That's what we do. We always go first we go window shopping.
Yes.
So like when we feel like we did 60 days, so like maybe day 30 we'll be like
we went shopping.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I tried on, I said, no, I'm gonna need a large.
Yeah.
And then it was too big. And I said, oh wait, bring me a medium. And I tried it on and I was like, Sean, I think I needed I had to go size down. I was so hyped.
It's so because you walk, you don't know what size you are.
Yes.
It's like,
no.
Yeah. I got an 8 hand. I was like an 8.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But and Tessa, the lady that I helped, she just told me last week, I love being this size. She says, oh my God, I love it. But it took for her to move out of her way, to be able to get back to this.
Yes.
And she did it. I mean, of course, it's a journey, but it's so beautiful when you decide that I'm doing this for me.
Make the decision.
You have to make the decision, and you have to make a commitment to your commitment. Nobody's
that's
true.
Nobody's gonna do it.
I'm wearing this shirt that says I'm fine. When people ask you how you doing, oh, I'm fine. Yeah. You're really on fire, right? You're on fire.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you're not addressing the problem. So you're going to continue to say, I'm fine, and continue to say I'm fire. So the only way to get out of the fire is to just say, you know what? I'm not fine, but I'm going to do what I need to do.
And I think one thing I love about your story, correct me if I'm wrong, is that you didn't have to get a specific diagnosis to know that something was really wrong. Meaning, I love that instead of going to 100 doctors to give you like you have this or you have this, you knew that juicing, even though you didn't even have a name to know what was wrong with you.
Right.
But your body, that's why we have to learn to listen to our bodies. But you did know clearly that something was wrong, even though doctors were like, oh, no, you're fine.
Yeah. 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 And later, I didn't know, but I just knew it would heal me. But later on, I came to find out the same doctor just said that, there's a flap in your stomach that's supposed to close. Yours just never closed. It just stays open. I was like, what? So if I did not do this journey, and I call it a journey because you mess up some days, you get back up, you keep going. Right. If I did not decide to take my health seriously, I would have still been trying to, address it or take the pills. So even though he said, hey, everything was fine, he just said, it's just, you just have this flap that just doesn't close. And so again, going to the root and not putting a Band-Aid on it was so important. And that's what I encourage people to do versus if you were having sensation, I would eat some chips or some rice or whatever, macaroni, and I realized, man, my fingers are burning or there's no tingle or like it's serious. Those are like signs that, look, there's some hypertension, high pressure diabetes. You got stuff going on.
Yeah, with the tingly fingers. Yes.
Yeah, you got stuff going on. Like, are you just gonna sit here and avoid it? Like, stop. Like, okay, and then you're feeling sad for yourself. Like, okay, let me just get more of the stuff that made me sick. Deal with it. whenever it's like you getting these little knocks on your body, just saying, hey, there's something going on. And we keep avoiding it. We keep avoiding it.
Something else as a Band-Aid. I want to say, especially when I hear women talk about fibroids, endometriosis, and everything, like, taking out the problem doesn't fix the core of the problem.
Right.
And I say that to say, like, you know, you have women. Well, I want to say it's not the women's fault. I'm not blaming the women. I'm blaming our system and how we're taught. We're taught or we're told that, hey, you have bad fibroids, get a hysterectomy and all your problems will be gone. That's another Band-Aid because you didn't fix the problem.
Yeah, you didn't fix the problem.
So then later on, when it turns into breast cancer, or later on when it turns into diabetes, or later on when you have high blood pressure, it's because that's another Band-Aid.
It is.
It's literally a Band-Aid. You have to fix the core of what happened in the first place. Yeah, it's like you can't cut off the problem, and the problem still exists because that's why it was there in the first place.
Right.
So we're sold that. Just to be clear, guys, we're sold.
Yeah, we're sold that
we could cut out the problem and not deal with the problem.
That's right.
And now from having one problem, you have like 5 problems.
Exactly.
Okay, we put a Band-Aid on this. Now, this hurts. Okay, we got to put a Band-Aid. Versus just figuring out, okay, what's going on here.
Right.
Oh my God.
I know. I know.
It's true.
And the stories we hear, and even one more thing, because there was a video that recently went viral about a woman that is sick, and I pray for her healing. But another thing I think is a big mistake that we do is we normalize pain. So we normalize
it's not okay.
Where it's just like me, if you would have asked me at 30 when I was having miscarriages, I would have said, "What? I'm in shape. I've never been sick a day in my life."
Yeah.
But it's not heavy periods. We need to know that that's sick.
That's a sign. Don't avoid it.
Don't avoid it. If you have to limp a certain way, if your thyroid is swollen, don't say. We have to stop saying that things are well when they're not well.
But also making time for it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't have time to get to the hospital. I mean, to the doctor's office. Oh, I'm fine. I'll be good because I got to go to work.
Yes.
The thing is, you got to make time for right. I'm fine. Right.
You're really on fire. That's exactly.
You got to make you first.
You got to make
you first.
You got to make you first.
Now,
and what I'm adding to what you're saying is making you first. I tell this to women as I talk to them many times, and men. I'm sorry, Sean, but many times as women, we tend to make sure that everybody's okay. We are dying inside and we are just, okay, I got to do this for this person, this for that family member, that we're making sure everybody's okay. And we're simply not well. We're not taking care of us.
It's true.
And how can I take care of you when I'm not taking care of me? Like, I need to make sure I'm good first. I can't help you unless I'm good first. So I encourage people, put that mask on yourself. Take care of yourself. Do whatever needs to happen because you ain't gonna take care of your mother or your daddy if they going down, you going down too, and you may go down before them. You're going down, so you have to start being truthful and just saying, you know what, me first, like me first. Me first. And you'll be people tend to say, oh, juicing costs like a lot of money. I'm like,
that was gonna be the next question.
Yes.
$75 to $100 a week, the most. And some people are able to juice like $70 a week. Are you telling me that's more than what you spend? Is that more than what you spend for lunch, for your grocery for the week? It's less.
Yes.
It's more like putting a full tank of gas in your car. You're putting that full tank of fruits and vegetables in your body. I tell people, wherever there's discounts, figure out what stores. Like, there are some stores I go get my apples from. Listen, I always tell people, I don't know what's in your hand, and you don't know what's in mine. Look, some days I can do organic, other days I can't.
Right.
And that's okay. And that's okay.
The thing is, as long as you're doing what you didn't do before, as long as you don't have that fried food up in your mouth, or that sweet, do the best you can. Because again, I do whatever I could afford. But the thing is, stick to the plan. Stick to the plan.
Yes. In the end, it's going to be worth it. But really, seriously, like going back to what you said, I know you're just joking, but for men too, we're very prideful. Men are very prideful. And we never want to admit when we're sick or when we're not okay. So we hold in the weight of the world, right? And so for us, like we were talking to Harold a few days ago.
Yes.
And he was asking him about, when should I take that visit to check myself? And he was like, when you turn 40, because a lot of us, we don't do that for ourselves. A lot of guys, we're not doing that. No. And you know what I'm saying? So yeah, pay attention to your health, fellas.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Do it.
It's okay.
And I have to say, because especially about your story about you had to get you had a jellyfish bite you. I think because you were so sweet. I think it was attracted to you because you was juicing. I think that's why. all the fruits and vegetables. It was like, oh, let me get some of that. But and you had to take antibiotics. Sean, we were on a juice cleanse, and he got really sick. And I was telling him to eat. Gosh. I mean, he got really sick.
And I was pushing through.
He was like, I'm not pushing. He was like, Michelle, I'm not quitting.
I had C. diff.
He had C. diff.
C. diff.
So his stomach, we thought he had C. diff during a juice cleanse because it was a wrong antibiotic that he took. They gave him a wrong earlier. They gave him before we started the juice cleanse. But he didn't stop the juice cleanse.
I couldn't stop.
Because here's the thing, right? What would the food do?
It would be even worse.
It would be even worse. So yes. I'm saying that to say, because people will say, oh, I'm nauseous, I need to eat food.
No.
Or I don't know, meaning you can go through something while you're juicing and still juice. Because science knows that juicing is the healthiest thing to do.
And that's hard for people to register.
I wanted him to eat at the time, to be honest with you. I was scared.
Because when you were sick, your mother gave you soup.
Right.
We got food for being sick.
Yeah. We're programmed.
Exactly. We're programmed. But the thing is, we should actually juice.
Right. Continue juicing. Right.
Because
it probably helps him heal faster.
That's actually what's going to actually help you heal.
Yes.
Not the chicken soup.
Yeah.
The soup.
And
I was like, don't. So, because people will say, even on the juice cleanse, oh, I'm nauseous, I needed to eat. No. Hey, did you
drink more juice
to make up the nausea?
Drink
more
juice? Drink some water.
Drink more juice.
Drink more juice. Maybe you're not drinking enough juice.
What are some of the symptoms you had during the cleanse, like detox symptoms?
Yeah.
What are some of the detox?
Honestly, I had it in the first week. Headaches. I just couldn't get over the headaches. Headaches were the first thing for me.
Did you drink coffee?
Almost quit.
Did you drink coffee? Did you drink coffee?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I mean, before.
No. I'm sorry. Before the cleanse. Oh, you're not a coffee drinker at all. Okay, got it. All right, I'm listening.
No. So the headaches. I broke out on my face. Usually, some cleanses I just break out a day or two. Oh gosh. There was this, initially I was just tired, sluggish, just in this, I want to say in this fog. Then those were the most was the headache and my face breaking out. Other than that, everything went on smoothly. Gosh, when I do fast now, I don't have the headaches and I don't have any of those things because I think my body's used to it. Every time I get it, but everybody has a different because everybody's different. Whatever I experience, somebody may experience that or not.
Right.
So I've come to understand that everybody has a different journey. Yeah. But my symptoms weren't bad at all.
Now, just to be clear, did you say you did a 40-day before you did 165
right
days?
After Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead.
No, well, right after Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Yep. The day after. The day after. I watched the video. Yep. Watched the video, got the juicer, what I could afford, and I started juicing.
That's impressive.
So,
on this juicing journey, like for instance, I tell people start with what you have. Of course I have an Nama-J too, but start with what you have.
You have
a what?
I have a Nama-J1 and a J2.
Because the Nama is the best, guys. Use the discount code and get you
and we're all a part of the Nama family, which is amazing. So first of all, I'm gonna put a plug in. If you're not a part of the Nama family, their code is there. We all have codes. I have codes too. use their code, get yourself a juicer because it is life changing. It is the best investment you're going to get for your health. Like your health is the one thing that you have. If you don't have your health, you're gone.
You know, it's funny. A lot of people, because we were telling everybody to get the number. Of course, if it's not in your budget, don't get it.
I did it on a Breville before. Anything you use will work.
But there were people who had the money to invest and they didn't.
We know they had.
And now they're emailing us like, "Oh man, we should have got the number." And I was like,
"Listen,
we told you, you're gonna end up spending more money."
I'm gonna tell you on that long-term fast. The fact that I went through 4 Cerricos, and I was telling people, "Oh, get a Cerrico. It's $129." They weren't. I mean, the company wasn't giving me anything. I got it on Amazon, and I was so inspired to tell people get a juicer. The fact that every time the filter broke, I couldn't replace it, so I had to buy a new juicer. So imagine 129 times 4 in 4 months, and so that's 4 months. I've had my juicer for going on 3 years this year.
See?
3 years. And we're still going strong. So what I would say is that there's a difference. When I first watched Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, I just wanted to lose weight. I just was like, I got to get a juicer. I don't know, the hot, cold, press, whatever. I got it. So the thing is, but once I was done with that and I realized, oh, this thing works. And now on my juicing journey, I realized that I want more juice. If I get the what do you call it? Centrifugal juicer, I'm gonna have so much waste. I need more juice. I need quality juice, and I want to make sure that my fruits and vegetables is not heated up while it's when you push it through, it goes zoom. It's taking away a part of the nutrients. A lot of it.
Yeah.
And I tell people like, okay, the cold press, it just squeezes it. No heat. Come on now. We invest in everything else, but our health.
No.
We gotta do it.
We have to make it important. So just really quick. So what kind of diet do you follow now? Are you vegan? Not vegan?
Meat? Like what is your
pescatarian?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, be honest.
I'm an island girl. So the goal is this year to be fully 100% vegan. I don't want to say vegetarian because if I say vegetarian, then I'm going to the macaroni and there goes the cheese. So the goal is to.
And cheese is the worst, guys. Don't tell anybody let go of anything. Dairy is the worst.
Michelle and I, we call ourselves cheating vegans.
Meaning when we go to the islands, like when we go to Barbados, we get the fish. You know what I'm saying? When we go to
I'm cheating. I'm a cheating vegan too.
Come on. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
So I mean, it's like I said, the food is just so different, and it's childhood memories. So that's the one thing I have to stop. My boys are vegan. I have we do a lot of vegan vegetarian foods here, but I realize that even with children, it's like you have to program to get out of the cheese. Cheese is really like hurting our system. So day to day, there's vegan, vegetarian, and then when I go home, there's the fish.
Yeah, so we're 100% vegan at home because it's easy to be vegan here. We know our foods. You know how
the house is just vegan. You don't have to think.
And our kids are strict vegan. I mean, they're not the healthiest vegans in the world, but they are strict vegan.
Mine too. Same here.
When we travel, our temptation leads up. It's also like related to vacation. That's why you said like home, like.
It's what we're
happy thoughts.
We're emotions.
Yeah. Emotions and moments.
And even being like kid free for the weekend. It's just like, oh, we get to, I don't know, do something crazy, eat some chicken, like something outlandish. We want to stop that because we know that it's an addiction that we're going back to. Probably raise our kids vegan. We don't want them to even have
to go through that
addiction.
Problem.
They'll be like, they'll be on vacation. Okay, where's the vegan food?
Right.
Because that's how they grew up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I go home and I'm gonna say one last time. I'm just gonna have it one last time, and it's just, and then God forbid your family cook for you.
Oh,
what am I gonna say? I don't want it. Then they're gonna look at you like, well, you too good for this. You better put this in your mouth.
You better eat this. You know what's on this?
The funny thing is, when we were in Barbados, they had fish in the vegan restaurant.
Yes.
And I was like,
Yep.
Not only that, when we went to Barbados, I tasted their fish, Barbados fish for the first time. And I was like, oh my God, is this chicken fish?
Word. I was like, we never had fish before in our lives.
I was like, this is chicken fish.
This whole time, I don't know what they were feeding us in New York. I don't know what they were feeding us in New York.
I'm not crazy for fish when I was even eating meat. And then when I went to Barbados, I kept saying, guys, is this chicken fish? Because I ain't never had fish like this before. Something is different.
Yeah, food is absolutely.
Food is very different. That's another reason why you have to cut it out and do the best. The best you can is being vegan. That's the best. You know what I'm saying? Because the food here, it ain't good. It ain't good.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, because you're a cheating vegan like us, the question we get a lot is, how do we sustain? Like, where do we get our protein from?
Oh my God! There is what is there? There is spinach. There is the nuts, the greens, right? All of those. I mean, look at what is it? I just made last night or night before for my son chickpea. I mean, hello. There's a lot of protein. You just have to do your research.
That's it.
I hear people say all the time, "Oh, I can't do this because there's no protein." Yes, there is, and you're not looking it up. I mean, again, everything is at your fingertips. Get to the phone and start researching plant protein.
Yes,
it's there. It's there.
Not only that, we're so conditioned that people are dying because of an overdose of protein.
That's what. Yes.
No one is dying because they haven't had enough protein.
That.
People have heart attacks. All of that is because of too much protein. So our question needs to be, oh, you shouldn't be eating that. Are you eating too much protein? Not like where do you get your protein? We're a society that we're filled with too much, which is what part of what's making us sick in the first place.
Yeah. You know, there is a documentary on Prime, and these are doctors that used to refer their patients to other doctors, patients that had cancer, that had other illnesses. And all of these doctors came together because they all had all these diseases and cancer. What they started doing, they removed all the oils, and they were cardiologists. I was so shocked. It was eye-opening to me. There were cardiologists, regular, whatever doctors. There were tons of them, probably about 50. And they all shared their story. And the one thing in common, they moved meat. They moved meat, they moved dairy, they moved processed foods. And this documentary follows their journey to healing. And this doctor said, when my father was diagnosed with cancer, he said, I didn't want to send him to another doctor. He said, I started researching. I started, he said the doctor that told his dad that he only had 6 months to live, his dad in 6 months turned his health all the way around. That cancer diagnosis, he went straight to plant medicine. He went to juicing. His dad, I think, was in the 70s or 80s. It's still there. Oh my God, I have to send this documentary to you.
Please.
But it was eye-opening to me because I'm like, man, when you're sick, you have to remove all those foods. You have to go to plant nutrients. I always tell people that God did not put all these pretty plants on the earth just to be beautiful. The fruits, the seeds, the nuts, the greens, everything was put here to heal our bodies. The herbs.
It's right under our feet.
Right under our feet.
Like really. It's like right under our feet. Yeah.
Okay, and we go trimming stuff to make it pretty, trimming this bush. I'm at the park, okay, and I'm picking like cocoa plum, and everybody looking at me, and I'm in the tree, and I'm just wiping it off, and because these are truly foods. I was telling somebody the other day, I said, like I started feeding squirrels lately, and it's just peaceful. And I said, you don't see animals running around that are just sick. I've never really noticed, like, okay.
Oh, right.
I've never, like, the animals that are out there, they're eating, but they're eating off of the land. So why aren't we doing the same thing? So the foods were put there to heal us, but we're choosing that, no, I'm going to have this because it's easy, accessible, but the fruits are there too,
Right. Do you remember the name of the movie?
I don't, but I will send it to you. I'm going to research tonight because it's very. Oh, this is what I got from it too.
Okay.
The cardiologists were saying that oil is oil. Your body does not know the difference because I was like olive oil, coconut oil. They were saying your body doesn't know the difference, and I thought hard because it just identifies it as oil, whether it's coconut oil, vegetable oil.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. Oh, wow.
I'm going to look for this documentary tonight. I pray I find it, and I'll send it to you that way you can share it with others.
Okay.
It was eye-opening to me because when a cardiologist can say that and share it, you better listen.
That's right.
Yeah. So,
what's it called? The Fire Engine documentary. The cardiologist, he was 90 something.
Oh,
he was still doing surgery. I think he was 93.
94. He was 94.
He was 94. And he was drinking his cereal. He went vegan. He said, I couldn't have a heart attack if I tried.
If he tried. He was raw vegan. He was like, right? I think he was raw vegan.
And all I remember,
I want to get there.
Yes. Me too. We're working on it. We try to do challenges to keep hyping ourselves into.
Listen, if you guys want to do a challenge with me for a month, I'm willing to do it very soon. We can do raw. If you want to do raw for 10, raw for 20, raw for 30, I'm here. We can do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Please.
Now we recorded you now. Now you can't take it back. We're recording. You can't take it back.
No, listen. Wait, hold on. I'm serious about it. Again, I'm serious about it for everybody, for the world, but especially our brothers and sisters that can heal. I really want them to be encouraged. Like this or that brother can do it. Maybe I could do it. I want to show them that, you know what, it's not as hard as you think it is. It's not as hard. Like, give yourselves a chance. So for our sake, I'm doing it. Absolutely.
That's right.
Yes.
Listen.
And what we're doing is we're actually leaving all these recordings. I thought about it. I'm truly a health advocate for holistic health. When I think about it, everything that you're doing, everything that I'm doing, we're recording it because generations that are coming forward, they're going to have knowledge because we did it. Because we did it. We took the chance. We're showing them.
Because we did it.
Yes.
And that's what I 100%. Found. The way I healed is I found 2 women on YouTube who decided to share their story. They could have kept it for themselves, but when doctors told me I couldn't have children, it was 2 women on YouTube, and that's why I did it. And at that time, I was 2.
Yes.
But that was enough for me to know something is in this. Let me try this way. And so that's what we encourage people. We're going to be asking for testimonials because it'll just help. And today we have so many options. We have so many options, and we want to bring that to our audience.
Yeah.
That
we are change agents. So I feel and believe, and I tell people all the time that change agents, that not all of us are going to share. Not all of us, but there are just a few of us that are like, I'm sharing it. And if you feel like you can share it, even if you help one person, you did exactly what you were supposed to do.
You did exactly.
Yep.
Yes. Exactly. So at this time, are there any questions? Oh, you know what? I wanted to ask a question because this is a very common question. Well, because we have people wanting to do this at first. Why not smoothies? If I could get new, why aren't
for me? It's
great question.
It's different, but it's different for me. When I try to do like smoothies only, I don't feel like I'm full. I don't know, maybe because I've programmed myself to fasting with a juice. For some reason, a juice, I feel as though, even though it's liquid, and you would think that a smoothie is a lot more thicker, I feel like it's more water. I feel like it's more water. It's watered down because you need to, when you put everything in that, in the mixer, blender.
I'm sorry, the blender, sorry.
Let's just say you put kale, spinach, some other things. You still have to put water in it. And I feel as though it's not as dense as a juice.
It isn't.
For me, the juice is extremely dense. It's filling. It's, of course, again, this is the blender and this is the little bit of fruits. And then you're going to put, what do you want to say? The water, this much water. It doesn't work for me. The juicing, for me, it fills me and it's smooth on my digestive system. Smoothies,
Yes.
I love it. It just doesn't work for me. It doesn't. There
No,
are.
I love that
Mhm.
answer. I'll say yes. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I can't break down the science of it. I honestly can't.
Yeah.
I really have to sit here and break it down. But I just know for me and even the people that I help, when they
Yeah.
start juicing, they stick to the juices because they
Yeah.
realize that, man, I'm full. Like I feel again, you're not what like you're. Why would you water down? I can't water down my juice. Even
Right.
when I
Yeah.
make my juices, I tell people this is 100% juice. There's no
Well,
water. There's
That's
no sugar.
that's what we say
This
all
is
the time. It's 100%
100%.
nutrients. Yeah.
Yeah. And I am full. I am fed. I feel great.
Yes. No, I love that you said that because don't I say that all the time?
What?
That I don't know the science of everything.
The
That's why I
science
do
of
more.
it.
I
But
do
you don't
more
have
research.
to.
I do more research to answer other people, right?
Yeah.
Mind
Yeah.
you, when I
Yeah.
did my test, I only had 2 men that did it. I
Yeah.
didn't know what was happening,
Yeah.
but I knew that something was working.
That it
I
works.
didn't
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
did what or that this did this. I didn't know. And to be
Mhm.
honest, I
Mhm.
didn't need to know because I knew that it was healing. So when people ask that
Mhm.
question, that's why we have 10,000 people doing a juice cleanse with us because we know that juicing
Amazing. Yep.
literally
Mhm.
is what heals the body. We don't know
It is.
exactly every detail of why, but we do know that the body knows
Right.
how to heal itself.
That's it.
And
And
the
all
Yes,
you
best way
got
it does.
to
get
get out of the way.
It's a self-healing. Listen, it's a self-healing machine. Our bodies were
Yes.
made like I will share. Years ago, I was making a salad for someone, and I was using a slicer. And I kept slicing. I was in a rush, and I really don't want to say this, but I sliced off a piece of my thumb. I
Oh,
literally saw layers of my skin, layers upon layers.
uh-huh.
And I went to the doctor. I had to go to the ER. And I remember them sticking me with 2 needles, one on each side. And I just closed my eyes. And he put a band-aid on it. And he said, when it heals, you would not know which thumb it is. To this day, I can't tell you which thumb, which hand. They all look the same to you. I don't know.
Right.
The body can heal itself.
Exactly.
It can. It can heal. It knows how
I
to
just
do it.
I just want to say that again because you got like so many just over the years, people are suffering with so many different illnesses.
So many.
I mean, even our family members. And it's just like I
Yes.
just would really want to reiterate that
And pills don't heal.
the pill they only sustain.
They only sustain.
They only
Mhm.
sustain the
Heal.
pain. They
Yeah.
only sustain
The pain.
the pain.
Yeah.
All right.
Listen,
Yeah.
you can heal yourself.
You can hear
I don't
yourself.
care
Mhm.
what you have, diabetes, high blood pressure,
You can.
like anything you
You
have,
can.
you can heal
You can
through
heal.
food,
Yes.
through juicing
Yep.
Mhm.
and diet.
I
Mhm.
water
And,
it as
And-
well. I
yeah,
did that.
juicing,
And-
water fast, veganism.
Water
Yeah.
fasting. I
Yeah.
will say that, doing this, many people would say, "Oh my God, you're a quack, you're this, you're that." There's a history in my family of everybody having high blood pressure, diabetes, everything, hypertension, you name it. There's a history.
Yes,
And I decided that I'm going to stop it with me.
exactly.
You be the story.
Yes,
The doctor told me that you're going to have diabetes, you're going to have high blood pressure. And I just said, but if I ate right, am I still going to have it? He said, yeah, it's hereditary. And I said, there's no way.
no,
There's
you're
no
eating
way you're going to put me on a farm and I eat everything healthy on a farm and I'm still going to get sick.
no.
So
No.
It's not gonna
it-
make sense.
it-
It doesn't make any sense.
it started with me, and many times, people reach out to you, they hear you, but
Right,
they just keep your little voice in the back.
Mm.
right.
When their health is compromised, they're like, hey, what were you talking about again?
Yeah, what were you doing? No, that's exactly how it works.
Yeah.
And that's how I showed up. My health
Me
was
too.
compromised.
Yeah.
So that's a journey. And it, even if, sometimes, like, I make these reels and I don't like to make reels about different types of juices. I don't. I want to let people know that juices are great. They're amazing. I want you to fast. I want you to actually do something different. Can you fast? Are you willing to? Do you want to see what your body can do? That's what I like to share with people, because making the juice, good, I love it. You have your one juice a day, but I want you to push through and understand that if you actually went to day 1 and day 2 and day 3, by day 3 you'll realize that your weight is down. By day 3 you'll realize that some other things are going on in your body. Maybe by day 5, 6 you realize, oh my God, my skin, my complexion, this glow. Okay, by the next week there's this jolt of energy where you're just like running around like a little bunny around the house because energizer. I kid you not, I was sitting at my table this is on the 165-day fast, about week two, and I had just finished a medical coding class, closed the computer, and I was cold. I literally was just sitting there cold. When I closed that computer, minutes later, I was outside in the backyard cutting the grass. I got this energy that I could not even explain.
That's it.
And then I started researching and understanding and listening and understanding that when we eat all this food, our digestive system works so hard. And 80% of our energy, 80% of our energy is just like to digest it, to the digestive system trying to digest the crap that we just ate. Versus when you drink the juice, in minutes, it just goes down, it goes to the blood, it does what it needs to do. I got this burst of energy, and it just felt like somebody just pressed the gas in my body, and I was just cutting the grass. I just like this. Like, oh my God, this is like good.
So
it's possible.
It is possible.
At this time, if you guys have any questions, please type it now.
It's funny when people are like, they have like high blood pressure. I'm always like, well, how long would you like to have that?
Yes. We say like it's fine.
Right. Like how long would you like to have it? You got to put a time limit on it.
Because we say these things like it's final, like it's literally it. We literally don't know that we can reverse anything, and it's because we've been conditioned. It's literally happened. Even that's why we want to get that spark out there, because people don't even know what to research.
Right.
Like even when there's the video that went viral, she said she did all this research, but sometimes people don't even think of YouTube to research.
Right.
Oh my God. Love it.
I don't know how, but you realize that they don't even think that that's a research tool. And it's really powerful, because there are people like us that will actually come up and just say, hey, this is what we had. What I do want to share with viewers out there, the fact that we're all here, and at this particular, the 8th of January, right? 24, okay.
9th.
Going back, the 9th of January, 2024, I see 9:53 p.m. The fact that we're here right now, and if whoever is watching, listening, will watch these videos, all of the videos from you just encouraging, inspiring people, it's not by chance. This had to happen. So whoever's watching, listening, understand that what Shauna, Michelle, and I, and many others are doing, we are just lighting the way to show you guys that you truly can heal. If you're sitting there and you keep saying, I don't know how, you're listening. We're little birdies. We're telling you, we're injecting all of this into you to inspire you that, look, you do not have to claim any of these illnesses. Even if it's just to lose weight or have mental clarity or whatever it is, you don't have to. So as little birds sharing the messages, it's for you. It's for whoever it is that feels it in their heart, their head. You're pushed to do it. You have to do it. We don't know what tomorrow holds. Tomorrow may not happen. But if you have today, if you know better, do better.
Do better. And we don't. So for our juice cleanse, there are no supplements. Do not take any supplements. You're fasting.
Yeah.
No supplements.
Do you take any
unnecessary?
Do you take any supplements now? No supplements.
Not really. It's straight juicing. And the only thing I probably have is black seed oil, because I work out a lot and my joint squeaky a little. That's, I guess, a 45-year-old.
No, I hear you. You look good.
Yes, with her kids.
Thank you. But yeah,
right.
that's about it. But I really don't.
Did you have any skin improvement from the cleanse?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just firing up.
No, most days when I'm at boot camp and I mean I'm sweating everything, girls will come up to me like, "Oh my God, your skin," and I'm just like, "What?" They're like, "Do you have makeup?" And it's just, and other ladies will say she juices, So
Right.
I feel as though that it really helps. Like everything starts in the gut. You want to heal your skin? Go to the gut. Whatever it is, go to the gut. Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
What's your favorite juice ingredient? Juice mix?
Oh my God. Well, I started to get bougie in the last 2 weeks, but okay. So I'm gonna give you a few. My all-time favorite. I started juicing cilantro, lime, apple, pineapple, and ginger. And I remember taking it to boot camp and giving it to one of my coaches, and she said, "Man, this is so good." She said, "Make me want to put alcohol in it." I'm like, "I don't know about what you do." But it's just that it's the sweet and savory cilantro, lime, apple, pineapple, and ginger. That's my all-time favorite. Another one I started doing just the other day is Asian pears. They are super pricey. I mean, like 5 of them, like $9. I cannot afford to waste one drip of the juice. So it's sweet. It's sweeter than apples. There's like I can't even explain it, but it's Asian pears. Asian pears, rosemary with the apple, pineapple, and ginger. And I think I put lemon, Mayer lemon, and it's delicious.
I never did cilantro juice yet.
No, I just did jalapeno.
That was our first time.
2020 is when I made jalapeno and pepper, and let me tell you, I did not know to move those seeds. I did not. I kept the seeds in, and I almost died.
Really?
And I juiced a whole pepper, so I'm realizing that only you can juice a portion of it. And when I tell you, I recorded myself, and I was making the story post, and my eyes just opened. I tried it for the first time on camera, and my eyes just opened like, whoa. But it's delicious if you don't put too much pepper.
Right.
It really does. Yeah.
Last question, and it is: were your teeth affected in any way doing a 165-day juice cleanse?
My teeth were great. Teeth were great, healthy. I didn't experience any problems with my teeth at all. My gum, none of those things. I will tell you the overall benefit is simply because I was having all these nutrients, and I felt as though if I was deficient in this area, I mean, the beet was coming in, the parsley was coming in, it was all working together. But I never experienced anything with the teeth.
Yeah.
Never.
Okay, guys, let me go get
the kids.
Yes. So we always have our 3 kids come and say goodbye at the end.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, this has been amazing. I'm always here for questions.
There's one more question.
Okay.
One question is it left. But I think she said, how did you keep your blood sugar normal?
Yes.
That's a good question. Because I mean that deals with having the sweeter juices, correct?
Mm-hmm,
right?
Yes.
And even working out. I will say, I listened to my body. I only had sweeter juices, and I think this has a lot to do with your blood pressure. But blood sugar, I only drank sweeter juices like probably in the morning. I didn't drink them all through the day. Like some people are on a fast and they drink sweet juices all day, which
all day,
yeah. I would for me, it was understanding like, okay, we're not having sweet juices. We're only going to have sweet juices in the morning. We're going to do the 80%, of fruits, 80% vegetables, 20%
veggies,
fruit.
And then 20%.
Right. And there were times when I just wanted a fully fruit juice. So I kept it by understanding.
We do that too.
Yeah.
Then, sometimes you want what you want. Listen to your body.
Listen to your body.
Then somebody asked, she's been noticing rashes, kind of like
eczema is gone. No, she said it's gone.
Oh, it's gone. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yes, now. Yes, girl. Yes. Yeah.
That detox.
Yeah.
Yep. That's amazing.
No, she said it's not gone. She said it's gone crazy. I'm sorry.
Is she fasting?
She's on the cleanse with us.
This is day 8.
This is day 8 of
Keep
the
going.
Keep going.
Keep going. Keep going. You're just now starting to get to the problem. Keep going. Let them come. Keep going. Start researching. Skin health. What fruit and vegetable is good for skin health, and just keep going. If you made it to day 8, you can make it to day 9. If you made it to day 9,
yes,
that's exactly what we say.
Day 20, you made day 40. You know, you can do it. You listen. Try it. Be the advocate.
And I always say, if you haven't seen someone heal from it yet, maybe you're the one to tell the story. Be the story.
Exactly. And listen, that's why I just listen to what God told me to do. He said to share it. And sharing it led to so many open doors. But I am passionate because I get to. You understand? I get to tell people. I get to share my story. I get to encourage people. I get to tell you that, listen, you got this. I get to do that just because of the story and just because of me being honest and not transparent with God, just doing what he told me to do. So I get to now motivate others to just do it too.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, 2024. Take it serious. Listen. You have 2 beautiful children, and if you're healthy,
she's right here.
She's right here.
Oh, there's another. Oh, I can't see the other. Oh, okay. I see a little piece. Okay,
Missing in the picture.
So, there we go. So I have 2 boys and 1 girl also.
What are their names?
I have Layla's 18 in 12th grade. Evan is 15 in 10th grade, and Aaron is in 7th grade at 13. So I was just there recently. So what I will say to people out there, and also to you, if your health is not together, guess what? You can't take care of your children. You cannot take care of your children. One thing I'm going to share is my dad died in 2015. He had all sorts of he had cancer, colon cancer. That's why they had to check me. But he had high blood pressure, everything. My girlfriend looked at his chart, one of my best friends, and she said, honey, he's sick. And here's the thing. When my 11 siblings had to go and bury him, you know what I said? My dad was supposed to be here for me. My dad wasn't here for me. Like, why did he have to end this chapter at age 38? So what I tell people, I was 38 and his youngest was 13. So for me, I get to tell people that if you don't take it serious, you can't be there for your kids.
I know.
Like I was sad. And then I look and I saw my 2 boys standing just in the graveyard as they were lowering the coffin. I knew that it started with me. Nobody else but me. Nobody else wanted to do it. I had to do it. Because if I wasn't okay, then my kids would see me go down too. Yeah. So I just wanted to share that it all starts with you. And if you're not doing what you need to do, your kids are going to grow up without you. And that's a no-no.
That's my why. That's actually my why. Just to stay healthy, stay fit, just so that I'm here for my family. And that's what you need to have. You need to have your why. Your why has to be big.
Yeah.
And my why is my family.
It's big enough to you.
And it's big enough to you, not to anybody else, but to you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You have a beautiful family. Many blessings. Enjoy these moments. They grow quickly. Then you have teenagers like me.
It's happening already.
It's happening already. This 2-year-old, the most grown 2-year-old I ever had. Well, not that. He's gonna grow faster and faster each time you have another one.
Yes. This has been beautiful.
All right, guys. Everybody, say hello.
Everybody say hello.
Say hi. All right.
Hi.
Good night, friend.
Good night,
Trent.
She's reading.
She's reading. Good night, Trent. Yeah.
Good night.
Vanessa, thank you.
You.
Thank you so much for sharing.
My pleasure.
Thank you for so much, Trent.
Oh my God, you are amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it, and thank you for sticking in with us when we were having our little trouble in the beginning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Challenge, 'cause we're gonna do a challenge. We're gonna do a raw challenge.
Y'all tell me when, and we get together and make it happen.
All right.
All right.
I love it.
All right.
Thank
Have
you.
a nice one.
Have a nice
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. See you later.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We will see y'all. Thank you for joining us. We will be here tomorrow. We got a surprise for tomorrow.
We got a surprise for tomorrow. So, guys, make sure you subscribe to DoubleDutchAerobics.com. Even if you're not doing the fast, we do have the ebook that you can purchase on our website, DoubleDutchAerobics.com. Tell a friend to tell a friend, okay? And guys, those of you on the Juice Cleanse, Jump and Juice, take that. Day 9, you go to bed. Tomorrow you wake up and
no. Yeah, I was about to say it's day 8.
No. It's day 8 now.
Day 8 now.
But you go
If
to
you're
bed.
part of the Jump and Juice 10,000, let me see you type in 10,000. That's right. Type in 10,000 like Mavi said. Type in 10,000. If you down with the Jump and Juice 10,000, type in 10,000. Come on, y'all. Good night. Type in that 10,000. Uh-oh. You see that, right? All right. And another one. You must be DJ Khaled. And another one. Come on, somebody. 10,000. Type it in. Look at that Jump and Juice 10,000. Look at the 10,000, y'all. Look how deep we are. Woo! You know. Come on, 10,000.
10,000, guys.
Did y'all get some information today? Did y'all get some information? Oh, and another 10,000. Come on, 10,000. If you are down with the Jump and Juice 10,000, there it is. There it is.
Yes.
How many orders?
Look,
guys, don't quit on yourself.
Don't
Keep
quit.
your promises to yourself.
10K. Hey,
Barbie.
Barbie, thank you for answering those questions.
Yes.
Come on. Come on, 10,000.
All right.
Listen. You listen.
I love you, love.
Listen, y'all. You can heal yourself.
You can heal yourself.
You can heal yourself.
Do you believe it?
Listen, find the biggest reason why.
Yes.
And that's all you have to focus on.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is juice.
The body knows how to do it. It's here.
The body knows how to heal. Whatever you're going through.
Yes.
Come on, somebody.
Whatever
you're going through, juice.
Yes.
You can juice.
Unless a 1 minute guarantee.
Come on,
Yes.
Come on, somebody. If you got some information on this live, y'all better hit the number 1 before you go. You can hit the 1 and if you gotta go, I know. Hit that number 1. If you got some good information, y'all hit that number 1.
Yes.
Unless a 1 minute guarantee.
Y'all welcome. You're welcome.
Unless a 1 minute guarantee.
You're welcome, guys.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Do it again. This is his
Daddy,
time,
look.
right?
I know he always poopies at this
Daddy,
time.
look.
Perfect time.
I know you see all the ones
Oh,
here.
you see all the ones?
See all they got some good information, son. That's why we do it. We want our children to see this. This is why we do it.
Why we have them upstairs?
Yeah, we want our children to see what their parents are doing. Come on, somebody. And another one. A lot of good. Look at all that information. Come on, look at the ones.
Yes.
Look at the ones, y'all.
A lot of good
Listen,
information.
we're gonna keep going.
And more than information too is
You're welcome.
more
Y'all
than
welcome.
information,
You're welcome.
It's also testimonials. You don't have to be a master to know your body. You know your body.
Hold on.
And juicing,
Come
I'm
on.
sorry,
Out.
juicing is very healing to the body, guys. That's
coming
the
out?
one thing that you do know. You do know that. You do know that. You okay, Mav?
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Unless a 1 minute guarantee.
It smells like we have to change a pamper.
Yeah,
So,
woo! And this is more sensitive.
Boo-boo,
His
boo-boo.
poopy's been smelling
Listen.
like, ooh.
tag, you're it. It's your go. All right, y'all. We will see you.
At the studio.
No, boo-boo. I did the terrible one yesterday. Listen,
I
Mavi.
thought you
First
asked
of
me to
all,
marry you.
Mavi, what are you supposed to do when you poop?
We'll have a better night tonight.
Hold
if
on,
you
hold on.
change.
Mavi, where are you supposed to poopy?
In the
Wait,
pot.
shh. Mavi,
Yes.
where are you supposed to poopy?
In the pot.
Where you supposed to poopy,
Look at
Mav?
he be rolling his eyes.
Look.
Look at him.
Maverick.
Look at him
Where you
rolling his
supposed
eyes.
to poopy?
Where you
Mind
supposed
you,
to
he
poopy?
could go to the but he don't want to. He's
Mavi.
big, right?
Mavi,
He's still in a diaper.
he's only 2. When, Mavi,
Anybody want to potty train?
Mavi, When are you supposed to go? Where are you supposed to go to? Where are you supposed to go poopy?
He doesn't want to.
In the
what? You stink, Maverick. You stink.
Smelling up the whole house.
Whole house,
smelling like a crime scene in. Yeah. All right, y'all. See y'all.
April jumping date is April 8th to the 18th.
That's when we're doing another juice cleanse.
Juice cleanse. Subscribe to the website and we'll send out those details.
Mm-hmm.
April 8th to the 18th is the next 10-day juice cleanse. You could join us again. Wait, Phoenix. You could join us again, or I'm doing it again. Or you can tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Well, we're doing it, so we're both doing it.
No, but I mean we're juicing. We could host it and not juice.
Oh, that's not true.
60-day or 10-day.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yeah.
If we telling them to do it, then we gotta do it.
Yeah, I plan on doing this every season.
Right.
And so I want you to join us every season.
Listen, here's the thing. We might not do it every season, but no. No. We don't know. Anyway, see y'all tomorrow at 8 p.m. It's somebody's mom's birthday. Oh no.
Phoenix. Come. Let her say her sentence so we
Phoenix,
can get out of
go
here,
ahead.
please.
Less than 1 minute guarantee.
Well, we teach everyone to jump double dutch.
A less than 1 minute guarantee.
That is right.
And less than 1 minute guarantee.
Go.
Less than 1 minute guarantee.
Okay,
go, Fifi.
Go, Fifi.
Get it.
Remix. All right.
Are you trying to stay in it till April? Whoa. Okay.
All right.
Listen
to your body.
Oh yes.
You guys are. If you're
listen. Oh yes, you can.
I love the way when you juicing. Even if I lose weight to be this small, it's a juicing face. It's a juicing look.
Lillian, hey, how you doing?
It goes like this. I just love that.
Listen, if y'all still on here, there's a young lady. Her name is Lillian Blades.
Oh, and wait, she's a birthday twin, a Leo.
Leo, listen, her artwork. She's an artist.
Yes.
No, her artwork is like
amazing.
Like magnificent.
Yeah.
Like magnificent. Amazing, like right next now. Level. I don't even know I don't know Da Vinci. Yes. She's on another level.
Yes.
She's on here. Y'all go follow if you love art. Her stuff is all over the place. She's like incredible.
Yes.
So the guest Lillian is Trinessa. I'm gonna put it up here for you.
If you want to, the replay will only be in the Facebook group for the people who are part of the Jumpin' Juice 10,000.
I'm clicking on it.
If you're not a part of it, you can purchase the ebook and then you will get access to the.
You
Facebook
can let him walk
group
back. He can walk.
Mavericks.
Her name is right here.
He acts too sometimes. Yeah, and go follow her, guys. And we said that according to trend, go follow her. Yes.
Oh, she's from the. Oh, I didn't know, Lily. I didn't know you from the Bahamas.
Oh, I did.
I didn't.
I knew that.
All right, y'all.
All right, guys.
For real. We're gonna go. For real. But that's her name right there. I'm gonna leave it here. Y'all got 10 seconds to write this down. Come on. 10, 9, 8. They want to know her name.
Oh, yes.
7.
Ooh, Maverick.
6.
Oh, no.
He poop in the morning and poop in the day. He poop when the feelings come my way. And then, bam, I'm full of jam. All right, that's one of the songs. I poop. But
what's our song?
It's actually on Spotify.
Juicy real good.
Come to Detroit when you're ready. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, guess what he did? All right, look, listen. We were in Detroit. We were on tour this whole summer.
Yes.
We went out to Detroit. We had a great time. We had a dope class in Detroit. It was packed. We had a great time.
Yes.
So we will come out to Detroit this. I was about to say next year, but this year we're gonna do another tour. We'll be back, but we're gonna do a different tour. We're gonna tell y'all about that later. All right, y'all. Seriously, goodbye.
All right, deuces. Holla.